Before we get started, I do want to apologize ahead of time if I butcher any of these names in this video. I'm honestly not used to pronouncing a lot of these out loud, and my tongue went through so much today. It deserves a cookie, really. Hey friends, one reason I like to produce video series is that there's so much information out there that it can't just be put into one video. I like to give each topic the time it deserves, and my ongoing series about how K-pop has integrated Western music elements over time is no exception. I've covered sampling, remakes, and even plagiarism scandals so far, and now for this video, we're going over classical music sampling. I like classical music for its own sake, but it's a nice touch when I see the timeless tunes incorporated into K-pop songs. There's a lot of K-pop songs to discover, from the classic pieces from Beethoven to Tchaikovsky and to Mozart and so many more. So this topic of the series will also be a multi-part. But before we get started, please do me a huge favor of hitting those like and subscribe buttons for me and hit the notification bell to receive a notice when I release any new video. Also, feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DareToBe. I appreciate all your love and support, and it's what keeps me pushing to produce new and better content for you. Anyways, now let's get started with part 1 of this K-pop list. Right from the very beginning, TVXQ's 2004 ambitious comeback set the tone with the sampling of Mozart's Symphony No. 40 in G minor. Donning visual K fashion and having featurings from Boa and TRAX, Triangle was an epic piece that wonderfully blended classical music with pop and rock. Cherry Bullet's 2020 comeback Hands Up not only worked some trap music into their dance track, but they also sampled the melody to Ludwig van Beethoven's Fiordalisa. Leave it to K-pop to bring so many sounds and styles together. Well, what can I say? Beethoven gets around. Ivy is another one that successfully blended Fiordalisa into her 2007 hit Sonata of Temptation. Sure, the song was riddled with plagiarism controversies and lawsuits for its music video, which I covered in my history of K-pop controversial music videos. And yes, that was a shameless plug, but you know, who cares? And the song still managed to cement itself in K-pop history. Drawing inspiration from the 19th century Spanish composer Manuel de Falla, BTS's Jimin 2016 solo track Lie incorporates the guitar-centric piece of Danza Española Número 1 from the opera La Vida Breve. The interpolation of the piece can be found in the beginning before it leads into the verse. Yeah, I like a good finger picking. For their third comeback in 2017, called Summer Rain, GFriend blended new jack swing and some nice synth music with the sampling of Robert Schumann's Dichtel Liebe, Opus 48 No. 1, aka Poet Love in German. Oh boy, I hope I said all that correctly. This is a song that piano students will never forget. The mashup between talented classical musical composer Piotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky and legendary K-pop group Shinhwa had to happen. Although I'm not sure that Tchaikovsky cleared it through his agent, so he might be rising from the grave to serve his lawsuit papers. Although, let's be real, he might be a century too late because of copyright expiration. And that's the T. Tchaikovsky. Fuck. Anyway, Shinhwa's iconic T.O.P. famously started off Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake Opus 20, or Lake in the Moonlight. Another one that music students will recall, Akdong musicians' 2017 comeback track Last Goodbye started with a brief sampling of Johann Pachelbel's Canon in D, but continued to sprinkle it throughout this ballad. It's nice when you find a producer who doesn't just want to include it in a song, but also knows how to use it. For their 2016 comeback Fantasy, VIXX creatively incorporated Ludwig van Beethoven's The Piano Sonata No. 14 in C-sharp minor, more commonly known as Moonlight Sonata, into the dark and dramatic song. Very fitting for the song and concept because you know how VIXX likes to get all dark and kinky. Except I don't know if Fantasy is exactly kinky, but you know, I'll leave that to your imagination. You are.
Top Dog! Top Dog!
As if the album title wasn't your first clue, TOPDOG, also known as H.O.T, released a classical musical-inspired album Amadeus in 2014 with TOPDOG as the lead track. The song, album, and music video draw inspiration from Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and incorporated Symphony No. 25 in G minor, and you can hear it here at the start of the song. Legendary Gen 1 K-pop group H.O.T is another one that featured the classic Mozart piece of Symphony No. 25 and their 1999 track, Aya, that nicely blended Mozart with the group's signature SM angst, hardcore, hip-hop, and rock sound. The newest one on this list, Red Velvet, surprised many with their wonderful incorporation of Johann Sebastian Bach's Air on G string. And no, that was not a dirty pun. Although, I did think about it, and I did kind of want it to be, but, you know, I had to draw the line somewhere. While the original piece is in the key of D major, Feel My Rhythm blends it with their new comeback in C sharp major key. Well, that's it for today, friends. I've only just scratched the surface of how classical music pieces have made their way into K-pop songs, and I plan to do a part 2 later. So, stay tuned, subscribe, and hit that like button for me, and if you like this video, check out many more of my videos in the archives. I really do appreciate your love and support, and invite you to comment below. Thank you so much for watching and for stopping me by, and I shall see you next time.